Hey,
Hi, y'all.
hey y'all, how y'all doing? Welcome
Yeah.
back.
Hi.
It's been a minute.
Yeah, welcome back. It has. How you doing? How your mama them?
I don't know. Michelle met my mom and them. By my mom and them,
I
my
did.
mama and my cousin. Oh, that's
I
Michelle
did.
over there. The
I
one
am Michelle. That's Drea, whose mom I met.
I guess Drea.
I need you, before we start recording, to just choose who you are.
I'm never confident. Can you hear me eating these strawberries? Maybe I should stop.
You know, I didn't hear it until you brought attention to it.
Okay, I'm done. I'm done. My bad, y'all.
Okay.
Y'all are about to get all types of mouth sounds. I'm sorry.
Like, we're just gonna breathe into the mic.
Stop it. Get out of my head. Oh shit. This is what are we? Life 401.
Advanced shenanigans.
Whoop whoop. Welcome to class, bitches. Hope you had a
Yeah.
good winter break with that weird
That
respite that we did in between it.
Yeah, no one died. Like we just,
Actually, a lot of people have died. So many people have died, guys,
well, so many people have died. No one in our like immediate families or anything like that have died.
that we know of.
That I mean, my immediate family's pretty small. If one of us die, we gonna know.
Mine is large, but again, I'm not really talking to them like that. So I'm not a good
Oh,
heart, and so it's fine. No, nobody's died. I'm not gonna
she
claim
said,
that. We're gonna throw it away.
no,
Bloop, 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 bloop.
no, everyone is okay.
Yeah. But a lot of like old celebrities have died. I think 2021 is waging a war on every celebrity that we have loved. Somebody find Betty
Yes,
White. Make sure she's safe. Put her
I
in a vault.
know. Make sure it's not like airtight though, because she needs air.
Put her in that Disney vault. I feel like things go into there and like
I mean, where they keep
you don't
leaking
hear them.
out.
I mean,
But things go in the vault, and then like here we go 10 years later. Oh, you forgot about
you
me.
forgot about me. Here we are. Yeah, they don't come
Here,
out until somebody asks them to, you know?
yeah. I'd be like, here I am, but I'm the diamond edition. Pay
Right.
extra money to see the same thing.
It's the exact same thing, only we went back and found the creators and made them add commentary all of a sudden.
Or what was that was so I have all the freaking editions of The Little Mermaid. That's a personal issue of mine. But
Michelle.
in mind your business. Um,
Ow.
um, the when they brought out, so you remember Beauty and the Beast went in the vault once, and they brought
Hmm.
it out. And when they brought it out, they added back a deleted song, and so
They
it was a
did.
deleted scene. And so if you're not like, if you're not real Disney, you don't know nothing about that song. And so I hit somebody, I was like, "You ever heard that song Human Again
Hmm.
from Beauty and the Beast?" And they're
Yeah.
like, "What?"
They
Yeah.
recycled it and put it into Tiana's later. They just changed some words in the melody a little bit. That when we're human, it's very
No,
reminiscent of it to me. It's
I
got the same sentiment.
mean, well, they had been transformed from human form to something else. So, I mean,
It feels
I
very
think
similar.
I think if I woke up and I was a cat, I'd want to be
Everybody
human
wants to
again.
be a cat.
Everyone does not want to be a cat.
Got the cat, oh the cat. No, where would that? Sorry. Is that different enough for Disney not to sue me? Please don't sue me.
Oh my goodness.
I only saw Aristocats for the first time when it came back out of the vault because Aristocats was made in the 70s.
Aristocats is older than us.
It's well older than us, but I remember it coming back out the vault in the 90s.
Mm-hmm.
And that's when I was like, ooh, look at this new Disney movie. It was not new, but we bought it and I watched it constantly.
Look, it was new to you.
Do me, so me, all day. It was my bitch
Yes.
ass. Anywho, sorry. We got on a real tangent there. Anyway,
No, but you know another movie that I did that I love for Disney. We on a tangent, but we'll
We
get
are.
back to where it's supposed to be.
We'll come back.
That a movie that I love that I didn't realize was as old as it is.
Mm,
Oliver and Company. I thought Oliver and Company was like the same age as me.
it is
It came
not.
out in it came out in 1988.
Yeah,
And I was like,
it's
my
an
mama
80s
graduated.
movie.
Yeah, my mama graduated high school in 1984. So like this was a movie she could have gone to this like to see on her own because she was real adult.
Yeah, yeah. Oliver and Company again. What did I pray? It's so good. It's
It
the
is.
music. The music. Although my favorite film of childhood, cartoon film of childhood, was not a Disney film. It was Anastasia by DreamWorks.
Well, I think it's a Disney film now.
Was it also on? Is it? Is it?
I think
I'm
I
looking it up. Is Anastasia, the Princess Anastasia? And please do not repeat. I was super into it. Released specifically, yeah. It was released by It's now part of Disney. You're correct.
yeah,
But when it came
because
out, it
they
was not Disney, and it was literally something by Fox and DreamWorks to be like, "Fuck
yeah,
you, Disney.
20th
We can have
century. Yeah.
princesses too."
And then she's based on an actual real deal princess.
Right. Although the story in the movie is completely wrong.
Yes.
Rasputin
Yes.
was from a whole different time, but whatever, man. Well, like not a different time, but he was not nearly as bad as they tried to make him out to be.
What they need you know these movies need a villain?
We're not going to get into Russian communism. We're not. We're not.
No. No, 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 no. I was just sticking with Disney, the Disney formula of movies. There's
You
always
right.
a
But
villain.
you notice they made the villain a communist,
Well,
much like America. Anyhow, I'm sorry.
you you said it. I did.
I did. I said it. You know where to find me, government. You've known where to find me since I was literally born. I was born in a government hospital. I don't care. You see me, these eyes? They're not scared of you, bitches.
I wish y'all could see her.
They're
I
not
wish I
scared.
wish I wish that you guys could see her.
They're not scared. I'm a military kid. I've known the government was watching me all my life. I don't give a damn.
Oh
I don't
man.
give a damn.
I am not a military kid, but I did grow up with a semi-militant, like black militant aunt, and so I know they'd be watching too.
I've been watching for all y'all who got confused when they were like, Alexa reports to the CIA or talks to the
Yeah,
federal
damn.
government. You damn straight.
Right, right. Yes.
We put listening devices on every human by giving them a cell phone. What are you talking about?
Yeah. And every time you agree for something to use your audio or to use your video, yes.
Your location? Bye bye.
Right. So, like Khalid be like, send me your location.
The
US
government
don't
don't
need it.
need
They know
it.
exactly where you are.
They know that you pinged off of 3 cell phone towers right here.
Right.
Like,
Like they know where you are now. I will say this. I do believe that like the government has the capabilities, but I also think that they not checking for the average citizen. Like you have to be trying to do
they know.
like they no, like they don't care about what I'm ordering from Amazon unless I start ordering materials to make a fucking bomb, which I won't do.
That's a good point, Michelle. You are correct. They are not just because they can. And there's probably a database of shit that they have on hella people,
Yeah.
possibly even myself. That they've
I
just like
mean,
it's delete that shit. She wasn't real. Like,
I have like I have Googled so many things that's probably suspicious. But then the thing that makes them not give a damn about what Michelle is doing is the fact that I Google stuff like, is Anastasia a Disney movie?
right, right.
Or like, what's the ratio between oil and butter? By the way, it's a 1-to-1 ratio.
It is apparently
Also,
according to
a
Michelle.
1-to-1 ratio for avocado. So like if you don't have butter,
You
you
can
can use
use
avocado.
avocado.
Yeah, and so
I
a
did
cup of
know
butter
that.
equals, yeah, a cup of butter is is also a cup of like mashed avocado. Just
Y'all,
FYI.
you fucking welcome, y'all.
I'm
Science,
not ever doing that. Yeah,
baby. Sorry,
yeah,
but no,
yeah.
like just because they can don't mean they are, unless you doing some funky shit. In which case, watch
And
your
if you,
back.
yeah, if you're doing funky shit, seems like you might have wanted them to notice you because why would you do these things?
I mean, I would love the Venn diagram of people who listen to our show and people who do some funky shit, like enough for the government to give a damn about you.
Hey y'all,
Hey, y'all.
I I know it's like maybe two of y'all. We appreciate
You
y'all.
have to exist at some point, but
Yeah, we
don't
appreciate all of
shout
y'all.
us out.
I mean,
We don't want your
you can
shout
tell.
out.
No, you'll be like, this is for Drea and Michelle. Don't do it.
It wasn't. It wasn't.
No. Um,
On our weird
but go ahead
hike,
and
though, yeah, Michelle met my mom.
yes.
It was an experience. I felt like I
I
had
had
to say often that I have met my mother before, and I know I act a lot like her. We've met. We've met.
yeah.
I'm not ashamed.
It was it was an experience, and I enjoyed myself.
Mm, I
Don't
had
say you didn't enjoy
anxiety.
your.
I did. I had fun, but I also had anxiety the
Did
whole
you have
time.
anxiety? Was the anxiety about being around your mother, or was your anxiety about letting someone see your relationship with your mom?
A little bit of both. I would also throw in there letting someone who is a friend of mine meet my mother. I mean, let's be real. You got to work real hard to meet that woman. She's like the boss at the end of the game,
I'm
and
special.
and
Just
and
tell me
let's
I'm
be real. Like the
special.
last friend she met, like new friend that I introduced her to, was like well over 6 or 7 years ago. Have I had friends since then? Yes. They just have not met my mother. They don't get to. Except for you, feel
Yes.
special, whatever the fuck. Anywho,
So I'm
oh no, Michelle, come back from the void.
you can tell me I'm special.
You're not special.
What do you mean come back from the void?
You were in
I
the
am
void for a
special.
second. You are special. You were in the void for a second. Sorry.
Oh. Oh, here I am. I'm back.
Yeah. Anywho, yeah, that's something that happened. I guess that's something that existed for a brief moment.
Yeah, for a brief moment. But yeah, so meeting people's parents is always fun to me because I
Always.
am a student of human behavior. Yeah, always fun in the sense that I get to see how you like I'm a student of human behavior. So even if I didn't enjoy myself, it's fun in the sense that oh, now I know why you're an asshole because this is how you were taught to be. Or something,
Yeah, I mean that makes
not
sense.
saying not yeah, not saying that you're an asshole because you aren't.
You
I
heard it
mean,
here
you might
first.
can be.
Drea is not
Yeah.
an asshole. No, no. I mean, meeting people's parents for me is very anxiety inducing. Like I've met your mother on several occasions, and still sometimes my anxiety be like, oh God, I'm gonna meet Michelle's mom.
I don't
Like
know why she likes you.
I know, which is even weirder because I don't do a good job of hiding my crazy.
I
Never have.
mean, she knows me. So,
You've met.
yeah, you'd have to try
Mm,
kind of hard for my mama to be like, "What are you doing?"
that's real. Anywho, That's us, guys. The world is still going to shit, even though we would like it not to. It seems like, the longer we live, the more shittier it gets. More shittier. The shittier it gets. Nobody needed that second adjective. I'm sorry.
No, but I mean, we don't need it, but it might be correct. I
Could
mean,
be.
grammatically, no. Real life, yes.
Yes. Everything in me was just like, when I said that wrong, though. I felt bad. And I shouldn't. Anyway, but yeah, life is still shit. I mean, if you
Yeah.
were wondering,
Yeah. I mean, but it's okay. It could be worse. We just ejected a president who thought bigly.
it was a word.
Word.
Also, like, the insurrectionists could have won. We could be
Yeah.
living in a very different America at this point.
Yeah. We could be. So let's
Let's be
take
grateful.
our yeah.
Also, we now have a president who actually believes in climate change for the
Yes.
first time in 4 years. Whew.
It's great. It's great. But now that we're talking about like things that we didn't think we would ever see
Hmm.
again, I just had an ad go across my phone, and let me read what it said. It said
I'm scared.
studies show that 80% of COVID victims were low in vitamin D. And then it said drink milk.
When I tell you, Big Dairy,
Big Dairy is
Big Dairy
out
is out
here.
here. Okay, Big Dairy is upset. We so when we went to go visit my mother, we drove because we are responsible human beings, and
Yep.
and we saw so many nut milk is not milk ads. And I don't know about you guys, but like nut milk's fine. Nut milk
Yeah.
didn't do anything to me specifically.
Right.
But Big Dairy, they are upset out here. I don't know who's been coming after them.
I don't know. I mean, just find something else to do with the milk. Like,
They don't know what to do. They've done nothing but raise dairy cows, and now what are they supposed to do with those things? Hmm?
I mean, just make cheese. Make cheese.
You can make, well, I will say it's very hard to make non-dairy cheese,
Right. So make
especially a
cheese.
good one.
Yeah. Make cheese and let me tell you something. America loves football, beer,
Cheese.
cheese.
Yeah, we do. Sometimes we put beer in our cheese.
Yes, we do. And sometimes we put beer and cheese in a thing to eat at a football game.
Yeah.
Pretzels with beer cheese sauce.
Sometimes they make beer cheese soup. I've been to
That's gross.
Wisconsin.
That's not soup. That's just melted
It's
cheese.
beer cheese soup.
Any cheese soup is just melted cheese. Come on now.
It's beer cheese soup. You heard what I said.
I heard what you said. I heard what you said. But I
There are
also,
people from Wisconsin upset with you right now. Be mad at Michelle. Don't come for Drea.
I'm not mad. If you want to eat your cheese, eat it. Let me tell you something. One of my very best friends is from Milwaukee.
That's the
So,
equivalent of
no, no, no.
I have a
So,
black friend, guys.
it's not the equivalent because I'm going to say so I understand the how cheese is important.
Yeah,
You
sure.
know what I'm saying? Cheese is important.
Cheese is important.
But anything you call a cheese soup is melted cheese.
With some other things in
Like
there.
like
Beer cheese soup.
broccoli cheddar soup is melted cheese and cream with broccoli. And that's
And it's
okay.
delicious. Can I tell you?
It is.
It's one of my favorite
It
soups.
is. Me too.
It's the best thing to
I
eat with bread. And I tell you what, Drea is not a bread person. I'm not big on bread.
I'm the
Okay.
bread person.
Yeah.
I'm the pasta person.
Michelle is super into pasta and bread. I less so, but
I am. Do you remember when I was still in grad school?
I
I just
do.
thought about that. And you're like, yeah, I remember. Do you remember when I was taking the substance abuse class
Oh yeah.
and we had to give up something?
Yeah, that was a
Remember?
bad decision.
It was, but I gave up pasta, remember?
It was a bad decision.
It was awful. It was awful. I'll never do that again. But I learned that my relationship with pasta might be unhealthy.
My, I'm sorry.
Shut up. I haven't had pasta this week. Have I? No, I haven't had any pasta this week.
Good job. Neither have I.
As I fucking lie, I ate spaghetti 2 days in a row.
You literally told me you had spaghetti last night, actually. Clearly, I don't listen.
You don't. You
I
don't. I don't
have
know.
actually not had pasta at all this week.
Good for
Not
you.
once.
I won't have. Maybe I won't have pasta next week. You know.
Michelle and I are doing this whole thing where we're doing, I think we told you guys about this, where we're doing uh, the alphabet of letters
What other alphabet is there?
by restaurants.
So, so I've been calling it eating the alphabet, but okay.
That's a lot easier. That actually makes a ton more sense, guys. Eating the alphabet is what we've been doing. And I think we're gonna start Instagram an
You
Instagram
think
about
so?
it.
Are
Yeah.
we?
I mean,
Oh,
we
this
need
is.
to start an Instagram, but like
Can
you're
you
getting
please
some
say it?
insight.
Can you say Instagram?
I did Instagram.
Do Graham? Can you say Graham?
Graham.
Now, can you say Instagram?
Instagram.
You know what? You know what?
Can you tell I was that kid? I low key have ODD.
You low key?
No,
It's not low key.
like low
And
key
for
have a little bit of ODD. It's fine.
and, and for those who don't know what ODD is, it's oppositional defiant disorder.
Yeah,
So just listen. She has a problem with authority. Not
I
that I
do.
am authority, but I
I
just
have a
was
problem.
making the
You
rule
can't
at
tell
that
me what to
point.
do. As we've established, I'm full of rage. We established that earlier today.
Yeah,
Full of it.
she's full of rage, and apparently I'm full of like dark kinkiness. I think that's what
Yeah,
that
girl.
picture was trying to.
I agree.
You know what?
Uh,
I'm
all
gonna
right.
find me a new Drea. I'm not. You're
You're not.
definitely you're one of a kind. Either is you or none. None.
Brr, 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 brr. Speaking of dark kinkiness, we participate in a dark kinky activity, and that's kind of what
It
we're
is.
talking about today, guys.
It's not dark and kinky. Oh my
I mean, we do
God.
it a lot in a dark room, and it's a little kinky.
I don't feel like it's dark and
Feels better
kinky,
when
but
it's in the dark.
I mean it feels better when it's in the dark. But it feels better when it's in the dark because then you don't have to look at yourself.
Correct. Well,
That's what
we
this
should
is about.
really explain what's happening. We participate in a more taboo version of exercise, mainly because, again, I got a touch of ODD and I don't like people telling me how to work out. And so, and
Yeah.
so instead, I pole dance. And
Yes, she
Michelle
does.
also pole dances a bit. And we
Y'all,
also do lyra, where we hang upside down from the things like a bat. We're going to talk about that today, guys.
did you really say hang upside down like a bat?
Yes, that's how I describe it to literally everyone. I once had to describe it to my regional vice president. And I said, yeah, after I leave work, I go get in a metal hoop and hang upside down like a bat. And he fully understood what I was talking about.
I don't know if that's like I don't know if that's a commentary on you or this man
I say a little bit of
because
both.
when I describe it, I go the opposite way. you like, oh, you hang upside down like a bat. And I'm like, yeah, no, I do something called Lyra. And they're like, what is it? I was like, have you ever seen Cirque du Soleil and the people kind of like swing and twist around in the hoop, the metal hoop?
I look
And
nothing
they're
like
like, oh,
social
yeah.
sectors. So
And they're like, yeah. And I was like, yeah, like that. But people understand that versus I hang upside down like a bat.
I'm a bat. I'm a bat. I look nothing like Cirque du Soleil when I do these things. I look more like a sloth or or a bat. It is never. No one has ever seen me and been like, "Oh, you look like Cirque du Soleil." Bullshit. Bull. I call bullocks.
Well, I think maybe it's a little different for me because all the time I'm into the costumes.
Yeah, you do love a costume.
I love a good costume.
You
And
love
so
a costume.
now I'm like I am never ever buying another costume for Halloween again.
Yeah,
I
because
will
you got
just pull out.
hella.
I do. I do. You want to be a peacock? Gotcha. You want to be a ringmaster? Gotcha. I mean, shit.
And I am all about turning regular clothing into a costume.
Yeah.
I need to
You
be
want
able to reuse these things.
I mean, everything that I own I can reuse.
Not for Halloween.
If I want to dress up like a fucking peacock and go to Kroger, I can.
You can. You won't. But you can.
I
Yeah.
want, but I would wear so like not too long ago I was like a Western steampunk person. I really liked that outfit. I would wear that
It was cute.
like especially the skirt part. I would definitely wear that skirt
It
again.
was a cute outfit. I tend to have a lot of skin out to be able to grasp onto things like metal poles.
Yeah.
And so many of the things I wear are not safe for much, but I tend to repurpose them as regular ass outfits despite it. I've also become very adept at just wearing lingerie as clothing.
I'm
I
getting
don't care.
closer. I'm getting a little better about that.
There you go. It's a shirt now instead of a nightie. That's what it is. You're welcome. I don't feel bad about it. Again, I don't feel bad about it. I am who I am. But we got into this. I mean, let me not speak for you, but I don't like traditional fitness. I have tried gyms. They don't work. I have tried, personal trainers. I avoid those people. I I have legitimately paid a personal trainer and then been like, I am scared to meet you. Goodbye. I met them when I paid them. Didn't want to go let them see me work out. So I walked away. I have tried running for a while. It it happened. It wasn't good. I've tried a lot of different things to say the least. And pole is the only thing that I tend to stick with. It's the only thing that makes me not want to like utterly give up on myself and cry. And it keeps me active enough that my doctors aren't necessarily worried about me keeling over and dying of a heart attack. So like I take it all as wins. So that's what got me into it.
Yeah, not quite how I got there. I
Why are you
got there
looking at me
because
like that?
why am I looking at you like that?
Yeah.
Why am I, Michelle, looking
I
at
didn't force you into
you,
anything.
Drea, like that?
And
Okay, y'all, picture this. This is how this went.
wow. Setting the scene. Okay.
Yes, Drea started going to like these pole dancing classes and whatnot. And
For
then,
fitness. I always have to add that disclaimer.
oh no, 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 no. Why we no, we're not gonna add no disclaimer.
For fitness.
Drea started Drea started going, okay? Regardless of whatever for what reason. I know it was for fitness. I'm just fucking with her. And it started out first as like, look at these videos. Look at all the things I'm doing. Let's go with me to find these outfits for my graduations and all this type of stuff. And then the studio had an open house. And she was like, "Oh, you're coming to the open house. You're coming.
Bring
I
that
signed you
ass
up. You're
here,
coming."
boy.
Right. And so then I went to the open house. And the place where we go, it does more than it does pole, it does hoops, it also does aerial silks, and it does like floor dancing, chair dancing, all along with cardio classes. Um, at the open house, we got to try everything. Oh man, don't you miss pre-COVID where everyone was touching
It's just
everything and it was
touching
fine?
everything willy nilly. Just like boop, 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 boom. You were bumping into
Yeah.
people without being afraid that you might die the next day. It's so crazy.
It was 50 of us in one room
Yeah.
for the beginning
It
part.
was a lot of people crammed together in a space. Can't do that anymore.
No.
No.
So I tried these things. Silks was okay. I kept feeling thinking that the silks were gonna rip and I was gonna be on the floor, but they held up, so I guess they're okay.
Hmm.
Um, hoop, I spun around in the hoop and I was like, oh, this is nice. Pole, um, yeah, I cried about that. And so I was like, I'm never doing pole ever again. I didn't like it. Um, and then I like joined this cult because it's a cult. I'm gonna tell you right now.
It's not a cult. I disagree.
It's a cult where we're excited to show each other the damage we've done to our body via bruises. Yeah, you can't say anything. You know it's true.
Look, bruises make you stronger. Only in this case. Only in this case. If you are being bruised by other things, like I'm not gonna immediately be like, yeah, that made you stronger.
Yeah.
Call your doctor. We're not in a cult.
Uh-huh. Anyway, so I fell in love with hoop. Um, I'm okay with silks. Like I won't cry if you tell me I need to do some stuff in the silks. I'm gonna be like, this is gonna be a long journey
Okay, the
while
devil.
you waiting on me. Yeah,
It's not low key the devil. It's just it's silks takes a different kind of energy.
and I don't have it.
Hmm.
Um, sometimes I do. A lot of times I don't. But I was like not so fond of pole, so it's interesting. Um, tomorrow I will be starting my first like series of pole.
Yeah, you will. Bum, 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 bum. We really need a sound machine for me.
You are the sound machine. Like this is
I
you,
would
the
be
sound
so
machine.
excited. I would be so excited if we got a sound machine. I'm sorry.
You would become so annoying.
Immediately.
Don't do it.
Immediately. I'm sorry.
You'd want to you'd want to carry the sound machine places with you.
All day. Do you know how many times I've bought like those little mini sound machine makers, noise maker bullshits from like CVS? Like at least 4 times. It's bad. Anyway, but Michelle's starting a poll level.
I am.
Yeah,
I'm terrified.
it's gonna be good. It's gonna be good.
Mhm.
You're gonna learn things about yourself that you never knew.
Yeah, I'm gonna learn things. Anyway, I decided I'm gonna give it 8 weeks, and we'll see. Either I'll come out of this polling, or I'll run back to my hoop and never darken the doorways of a poll room again.
Oh no. I don't think that's gonna happen, but okay. Um,
We'll see.
we'll see. But let's talk a little bit about like where pole comes from and like how it started.
Yeah, I think that's pretty a pretty cool thing. So pole and pole dancers sometimes get a bad rep.
Mm-hmm.
Um, it's equated a lot of times with sex work, and I mean it can be
A little bit.
if you. a little bit. But it's also equated with being dirty, being wrong. And also there's this thought that it's like the easy way out.
Yeah.
Like I hear a lot of women or a lot of people be like, "Well, if this doesn't work, I'm just gonna go be a stripper." And admittedly, I was one of those people like, "I'll just go strip," until I touched a pole for the very first time, and I was like, "Girl, that you wouldn't make no damn money."
You would. And also, there's one of those things that I always have to say, you can strip without ever touching a pole.
Pole, yes,
You can absolutely, be a stripper who, maybe touches their hand on a pole once or twice, but really
and
you're a
walks around
dancer
in
who
it.
takes off our clothes. And that's
Yeah,
okay.
that is okay.
But a pole dancer? Bye bye.
Yeah, and also what I've learned is that you can be a pole dancer and not take off one stitch of clothing.
Not at all. Not
Every
at
every
all.
yeah, every graduation of yours, Drea, that I've ever watched, you never take off any stitches of clothing.
No, I don't, except now there's one, but I did a burlesque uh,
Yeah, I mean,
level, and the
but
point was to
to take off some clothes,
how to
that doesn't count. To
remove
me,
some
that didn't
clothing.
count. But the thing about it what's really funny about pole dancing is that a lot of people don't know that it can be linked historically back to an ancient sport that originated in India,
Hmm.
and it was called like Malakaham, and men did it.
That's correct.
Yeah.
Bitches.
And it can also be traced back to China. So somewhere in there, it kind of met together. Um, Chinese pole, where men would jump from pole to pole, like
Hmm.
with the poles being like big as shit, like long as shit as 20 feet. And so when men were the pole dancers, it was all about strength and skill and stamina.
Right.
Um, and so like acrobatic, and so like you'll see that in like circus venues, like circus like
Yeah.
places where
Even
people
if
are
you
doing
look at
things.
like Cirque du Soleil, that often in many places now has a pole element, and
Yeah,
it tends to be men who can climb up these poles and they jump about and then they do these contortions of their body. And it's not at all sensual. It's just
right,
like, look at these crazy acrobats doing shit with their bods.
right. Like, oh, look how strong he is. Like, if you see that whole thing of like the men who are like working out outside, and then they grab the pole and then they kind of like walk in the air and just hold themselves straight out.
Yeah,
You know what I'm talking about?
that's crazy, but
Yeah,
they
but
do it.
it's yeah.
Yeah.
So
And Malakaham is still very much something that is done today. It
yeah.
is it is still a acrobatic sport that is done in India today, even though it started like what, like 800 years ago or something like that.
Mhm.
Hella long ago.
Yeah. Hella long ago. So long ago. But so long ago. But the thing that changed the thought is when women started pole dancing. And so
Hmm.
like apparently women would pole dance in the 1920s during the Great Depression here in the United States
Hmm.
because like it was an easy way, or not even easy, it was an accessible way to make money. And then in the Canadian strip clubs in the 80s is where pole dancing became linked with like sex work.
Yes.
And then it became labeled like, oh, this is objectifying. This is like these women who do this are sluts. They're easy. They're da 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 da. Although really, women who pole dance are strong as shit.
Absolutely. It's like when you think of belly dancers, right? It
Yeah.
looks like, oh, well, I can just go up there and gyrate my hips and stuff like that. And it's like, if you've ever actually taken a belly dancing class, I don't know if y'all have, but I have. And baby, it hurt. It's not easy to do. Your hips and body don't just move in these ways
Mm-mm.
from you telling them to do it. Like, nah, nah, nah. It takes practice, it takes energy, it takes stamina. And in some cases, especially when we're talking about pole dancing, it takes pain. Like you got to be willing to injure injure yourself just a little bit to get these things down. Um,
Yeah.
yeah, but you're right. In the 1920s is when it really became more seen here in the
Yeah.
Americas. I will say, even though there were burlesque shows going on, and it became more popularized at that time as well, with a lot of the burlesque and like traveling burlesque shows. Um, but it got here because people saw it happening in the Middle East and in Asia, um, especially back in like the late 1800s is when it people started kind of being like, what's going on over there? And
Right.
then in the 20s it came over. Um,
Pretty much.
yeah. And it was always seen as this thing. I know everybody sees those, like, has seen like that movie where there's like a random strip tease in the back, and it's like, da da, that song, da da da
Hmm.
da
That.
da da.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, in the 1980s, it was then associated with sex work, and then it became even more taboo than it kind of already was.
Right.
And then women were extremely like demoralized for participating in these particular
Right.
activities.
But there has become a thing like where the stigma behind it is still there, but you'll notice that people will say, "Oh no, it's pole dancing, it's not stripping, or it's not exotic dancing."
Yeah.
And that thought of it being pole dancing as exercise, um,
I mean, even I
it's
just did it.
yeah, you did, and part of it is like we unconsciously we have that thought that something's wrong with stripping, something's wrong with sex work. And I'll take it deeper. Something's wrong with a woman being in control of her body and choosing what she's going to do with it. But I'm going to step off that soapbox because we don't have all day.
Come back. It hurt. It hit
All
me
right.
inside.
I'm going to come back. I'm going to come back. But so, right. So recent media is working to, quote, reclaim the identity.
hmm
And like you see it in movies now, and celebrities doing it,
Right.
or
Pole dancing competitions have become really huge nowadays.
yeah.
There are international pole dancing competitions as well as, regional ones. And you can make good money just being a really great pole dancer, never having to take off your clothes, never having to do anything. Um, and a lot of studios, especially, in the 80s, everybody was on the aerobics kick, and, they wanted to find something to get women back into the gym. And
Mhm.
women's only gyms became do I have words? Repopularized. And like,
There you go.
there we go. In like the aughts, the aughties, as I like to say, or the 2000s. Um, and so,
This is
and
like Instagram, huh?
yeah, and so, a lot of these women only gyms were really kind of popular. It was like the Curves and, these places.
For workout for her, whatever it was, total
Right.
fitness
Total
for
fitness, stuff like that. And a lot of women spent a lot of their youth dancing. It was the normal
yeah,
after school activity for a lot
like
of women.
ballet or modern or tap or jazz or whatever ballroom, like you were dancing.
Yeah. So this became a natural jump to not only get women more in touch with their femininity and their sensuality, but also to help them feel strong,
Hmm.
and help them start working out again, in these women's only spaces a lot. Um, Now, that's not to say that every pole studio is women only. The one we happen to go to is,
Hmm.
but, you know, there are plenty that are happy to have any of the gender identities up in there.
Yeah. And then also though I would like to make the distinction between a place being a dance studio versus a place being a pole studio. So
Hmm.
like or an aerial art studio. So what I have found is that places that are dance studios and also happen to offer pole tend to be like unisex.
Yes. Yes.
But places like the place we go and some other places that are, oh, we're pole studios or we're aerial art studios tend to be for some reason female or gender specific.
Yes. Um, and again, depending on which aerial arts they emphasize, that
Yeah,
can change.
change.
I tend to see ones that focus on things like silks. They do incorporate a lot of men into
Yeah,
their,
or like trapeze.
or trapeze incorporates a lot of men, more so than if you have like a lyra or pole studio. And that's partly because a lot of these pole studios understand that when you start incorporating men, you don't get the opportunity to remove the sexual stigma around this form of fitness, right? Because that's what it is. Um, and a lot of women tend to feel uncomfortable being seen in that role, I think. That's just my opinion, but maybe I'm wrong.
Yeah, that's part of it. And then also keep in mind that women in general, we're more of a like communal based creature, for lack of better terms. So, like, the experience of working out in a group tends to be more helpful.
Hmm.
Having a dedicated group is even more like even better.
Right.
Like there's some research out there that says that women do better when it comes to physical activity when they do it in a group.
Correct. And I would agree with
So
that. I know for me, I need a class. If you want
yeah,
me to go and just work out by my damn self, I'm probably
I'm
not
not
going to
going to
do it.
do it. I'm not gonna do it. I need to be held accountable because I will let myself off the hook every time.
Oh, yeah.
So for me, I need someone to be like, Felicia, where are you? We missed you last week. Where are you going?
Right. Susan, where'd you come from? Like, why haven't you been here for the last 3 weeks? Drea, what the fuck? Like,
Yeah,
I need a lot. I need these people to know me by name, and I need them to, as Michelle has seen, I have several group chats with several different
yeah,
groups of women that I have pulled with, and they are quick to be like, "We haven't seen you in a while. Where you go? Like,
yeah.
are you still taking classes? What's going on there?" Da 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 da. And it's like, well, I am. It's just not as frequent as I used to be, or sometimes it'll be like, oh, maybe I really should get my ass back to class because somebody is worrying about me.
Yeah.
Um, and that's helpful, I think.
It is. It is. Um, and like so, I mean, I could talk about this for a very long time. People who know me know that I did my final research paper, my capstone on this type
Yes.
of thought. Um, and we know that working out is important. When you work out, you feel better.
Yes.
I
I
mean,
can agree with
okay,
that.
so first of all, when you work out, your body might feel like crap the next day, but you feel better because you're doing something for your body.
Yeah, I can agree
And
there.
there we go. Because I'll tell you, the other day we left a class and I woke up the next day
Mhm.
and I was like, what did you do to yourself? My obliques were just like, nope.
I can't tell you how many times I have left a class and or, gone home that night, woke up the next morning and been like, oh, I can't move. Or somebody, I need a massage chair. Or I need
Or like,
I need
oh no.
ice.
Like the one time I remember the first time I did classes back to back, I woke up the next day and I was like, I gotta pee, but I
Yeah.
can't move. And I was like, all I got is one rollover. And so I rolled over and I got a leg off the bed and then I slid the rest of the way on the floor so I could
Like,
get the hell up.
yeah. Like I can't do it.
Yeah. But like that for me, working out in this manner, one, the self-efficacy, because like now I feel like I can do some shit.
Yeah. I can't do it
And
all, but I can do way more than I used to be able to do. I'll tell you that.
right, I can do some stuff. And my stamina is a lot better than what it was when I first started
Hmm.
because I could not dance through an entire song or I cannot, but I just did that the other day from beginning to end. I did it.
Oh, yeah, you did. I was there.
It was like a 4 minute song. I felt
It
like this
was.
shit
It
is
was like a
not.
solid 4 minutes. And you might think 4 minutes might not be a lot, but let me tell you,
It is.
it is, especially if you got to pull yourself into an apparatus.
Yes,
Baby,
it is.
it's rough.
And then if you are the type to do it with shoes on, like the platform stripper shoes as everyone likes to call them, that's some added weight.
Yeah, people like to be like, oh, it's not a big deal. And let's be honest, it adds like a solid 5 to 10 pounds,
Yeah.
especially if you're trying
And
to lift yourself anywhere.
mhm. And an extra 10 pounds is like an extra dress size.
Yeah,
Like you've gone up a dress size.
it ain't for the faint of heart, let me tell you.
It's not. But we do it and we like it. I mostly like it.
Sure.
Yeah. But so let's say for some people, like if you are out there and you're listening to us and you're thinking about,
Hey.
yeah, first of all, hi, thank you. I can't believe you're doing this.
Hey,
Don't stop doing it though.
don't stop. We
Don't
is
stop
that
believing. I'm sorry, sorry,
different
sorry.
enough? Is that different enough?
Did you burp?
I don't know what I did, but I made something shake.
You know, you know what? My imagination is very vivid. You did that, and in that voice, what I thought about was this is what karaoke in hell sounds like when one of the demons
The
decided
demon
to
has
sing
gotten
that
up
song.
here and is
Yep,
like, don't.
he has built up the courage
He's
after
feeling it.
drinking. Yeah, after drinking like 17 Hellfires, whatever's in that. I assume Fireball whiskey is in it,
Gotta.
and and maybe like Everclear because I feel like that's the devil's drink.
All right.
But yeah, so like if you're out there and you're thinking, oh, this might be for me, but like me, so like I was like, I might do this, but I'm not sexy.
Yeah.
I'm still not sexy. You don't have to be sexy to do these things.
Not at all.
You don't have to be. You don't have to feel sexy to do these things. Um, when I first started, like the first thing I thought that was weird was like, one thing, I felt like no one ever had on enough clothes.
Because
Now
we
that doesn't
didn't.
bother me.
We
Yeah,
didn't.
but you gotta let's especially if you're gonna do pole, your skin needs to be able to stick.
Yeah.
Um, but the other thing that was like so weird to me was like how much of the touching of your own body that we tend to do.
That's real.
And I would be taking classes, and at the end, the first thing you would do is like you would hug yourself one way, then you hug yourself the other way, and then you blow yourself some kisses, and then you smack your own self on the ass. And I was
Yeah.
like, this is weird.
Yeah.
But
Smack it.
then, yeah,
Tap
but
it.
then the other day I was in a class and it meant nothing. And we were like 6 or 7 of us in there and we hugged one way, then we hugged the other way. I blew myself kisses and then I smacked myself on the ass twice, like, both sides, because you got to
Double
be
tap.
even.
Boom, boom.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
And that was the thing I will say when I it's always interesting to see people who are first there versus people who are like, we've been coming for a while.
Yeah.
Um, because as people get more comfortable, you see the clothing they wear there changes. And like, yeah, they may have only worn leggings and t-shirts or like oversized baggy t-shirts, and now they're easily stripping out of their clothes once they're warm and like getting right up there. And even the part where you were like, you hug yourself and then you smack yourself on the butt. Why are we touching ourselves so much? It's your own body. Why
Yeah.
is that there's a problem touching yourself? And it's not just, Michelle who felt this way. You can see it on the faces of women. I was it a few weeks ago, I took a beginner class.
Why?
Because I just was trying to get back into the flow of things.
Oh.
And it was me and one other girl who had been there before with the instructor. And then it was three people who had clearly never done it. And they were wearing fully clothed, and they were very confused by the fact that the instructor would be like, and now just touch yourself there, like just rub your hand up your body, grab a titty if you feel like it. And they were
Yeah, my favorite is
so
they be like
confused.
outline. Yeah,
Yeah,
they be
just
like now
outline your body with
outline up your
your
body.
hands.
I'm like, what do you want me to? You want me to go from your ankle all the way up through your hair? I'm like, that's a lot of body for me to touch,
that's
but okay.
that's my entire body, what the heck. So, and you're not the only one that feels that way. Oh, they also were like, y'all didn't even hesitate. Y'all just, okay. But it becomes this thing of, and it's something I described to my mother in front of Michelle. I was like, I've never felt more okay with my own body
Yeah,
in my life. And I used to be model thin. I used to be model skinny.
y'all, it was scary. I saw some pictures.
It's not good. It wasn't the me that I was meant to be. But I did. I used to
I
be,
like that.
it
I
wasn't.
like that.
And I used to be model skinny, no confidence in myself. Had somebody told me to touch from ankle to hair, I would have been like, ugh, no. And I was like, I've never felt so comfortable with who I am and, okay with being in this skin, even though, there are things that I would love to change about myself because, who doesn't have things that they're like, I wish it didn't jiggle so much there, and I wish this would come back to slim down a little bit over here. But at the end of the day, I'm also fine with being in touch with my own femininity. I'm fine with being in touch with my own body in a way that before I started this, I could have never said I
Yeah,
was. And so, if that's something you feel you need, I say, give it a shot.
yeah. I mean, nothing. It won't hurt you to try.
It won't hurt you to
And
try. It might get
yeah.
weird. It might get weird.
Oh, definitely. Yeah. And I mean, it definitely got weird for me, and I won't. So I like to also be realistic. I won't sell this to you like it was always the greatest thing for me. Have I cried? Yes. Have I thought about
Same.
quitting? Yes.
Same.
Um, have have I wanted to walk out during the middle of a class? The last class I was in, I gave up for a quick second, and then I was like, no, I need to go on back and finish. And then I recorded, and apparently let Drea and my sister tell it. I look great.
You did. I
I,
was
I
in there. I was in there with you, and I was whoop whoop in
you
it
were,
up. I was. I
you
had a
were,
good old time.
you did. So I mean, but the truth of the matter is, we need exercise
Yes.
as a species. Um, we no longer have it built into our daily lives the way that we once did when we were like hunter gatherer people.
Yeah.
We need exercise.
I agree.
And if we need exercise, you might as well do something that you enjoy.
Whoop, baby. And honestly, I will take that one step further and say, if you're going to pay money to exercise, I said
Yes,
this earlier, if you are paying money to exercise, please don't let it be for something you hate.
right. Even this,
Even
even
this,
like what we're
if you,
talking about.
if you are paying money to do this and you hate it, stop paying money.
Yeah,
There is no reason to be doing that. You could do something else.
yes. And so this is not us knocking people who go to the gym and they enjoy it.
If you
I
enjoy
hated it.
that, great. I am trying to be a person who enjoys that.
Oh no, I know I'm not. I have a gym membership that comes out of my account every month religiously, and I had the last time I went to the gym, it was so I could take a shower before a massage because I had just left the pole studio.
There you go.
So I didn't want to go to the massage smelling.
Just like
That
that.
was it. We walked in, took a shower, walked out.
Absolutely. I was there. It's it's one of those things where it's like, yeah, we did that. I would like to be better at normal gyms, even if it's only, and Michelle and I have had this discussion, even if it's only like once a week, I go to a regular gym and do something that is going to enhance my pole skills, because that's the only reason I would want to go to a regular gym. Let's be honest. It would be only to increase my pole and lyra capabilities. However, comma, if that's what gets me there, that's what gets me there.
Yeah,
But I got to be able to do something with my body at this point.
yeah, yeah,
I have to be able to do something with my body.
yeah. And so for me, doing like I think one reason why I do not like gyms, like traditional gyms,
Hmm.
is that I equate it with two things. I equate it with being the fat kid in gym in school,
Hmm.
which is not a
Okay.
fun place to be.
No, it's not.
Um, it's not a fun place to be. And I also equate it with physical therapy or rehab
That's real.
because I had to do a lot of gym-like things when I was learning how to walk again,
Yeah, that's a good point.
like leg presses and leg like bikes and treadmills, and it just reminds me of a time in my life that I'm not happy about.
That's honest.
So I need to go a place that looks nothing like that.
Absolutely. For
And I
me,
promise
it's
you,
not that it's not that way. But you know what?
I mean, everyone got their own story.
Everybody
So
got
yeah.
their own thing.
Yeah, everyone has their own thing.
Different strokes, different folks. That's all I gotta say.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah. But, whatever gets you to feeling like you are using your body for positive things and you are happy about it, I say go for it.
Yep. Do what you need. Do what you like.
Go for it. Anywho,
Yeah.
all right, we're off our soapbox.
We are off our soapbox. But I mean, I think today is a good day for you. I'm not off my soapbox, I see.
You
Drea's off
are
hers.
still firmly on your soapbox.
Do look, shit. Look, this is the counselor in me. Do something for you. Do something that makes you feel good and capable and strong.
Whatever
But
that might be.
also, yeah, but also don't be like me in the sense where I feel like I need to get this stuff on the first try.
No, no.
Don't be like that.
It's no one does. It's very rare if you get it all on the first try. It's a journey. It's a journey, guys.
Yeah. Just think
It's
about that quote, comparison is the thief of joy. So like go in these things, and I'm talking to myself too. Go in these things and don't like the only competition, the only comparison that you need to have is with yourself.
yeah, that's
Yeah.
it.
That's it.
And if you are better today than you were yesterday, and understand there's going to be setbacks. as well.
Yeah.
Because, there are things I could do 6 months ago or pre pandemic that I just can't do
Yeah.
because I don't get the option to be there like I was before the pandemic. Because,
Right.
death is out here around every corner.
Yeah. And he just hanging out.
He just hanging, he chilling, waiting for you to let up your guard. And I ain't got it for him. But, you know, it's okay that you get setbacks at times. It's okay that you aren't at the same place as somebody else who might be doing these things. Like, everybody's on their different steps. And even though I may leave, there are times where I've walked away from something or, posted something or shown somebody a video and been like, oh, that was so shitty. And they may see something and be like, oh shit, my leg doesn't do that. Or how'd you get your body to do that? Because mine won't. And that's very helpful. The other thing is it helps you build a community. And especially at a time like this where human connection is so hard to come by, it's helpful to have this.
Yeah.
It is helpful to have this, to say the least.
Yeah.
All right. I'm really off my soapbox. Michelle drugged me back up here, but I'm done. I'm down.
Are
I've
you
built a
sure?
barrier. I've built a barricade.
You did it. Okay. So like here's some tips if you're thinking about getting into pole dancing or anything like that. One, do your research.
Oh yeah.
Do research. Find the place that works for you.
Hmm.
And look and see. Like they'll have different buzzwords. Like ours it talks about sensualness and stuff like so it's very body centric. But you
Yes.
might go to another place and they're like, oh, this is circ or circus training. So now it's not just about like body centric, it's very technical.
Yes.
So find a place that works for you. And if you are not comfortable with like the other sex being there, whatever that is, check and see what they do.
Absolutely. You
Yeah.
can always call them. A lot of times they have people who are happy to like answer questions,
Yeah.
happy to, walk you through what they're going to be doing. And that's very helpful too.
Yeah. Yeah. And then one step further, something that I did that you don't necessarily have to do, but if you're like me, you might want to do this. Look at the instructors.
You
Look
right.
and see, right. Is there an instructor? Are there instructors there that look like you or have similar body types? Because to me, that's important.
Yeah.
It might not,
And
yeah.
I know back in June when, the world was on fire with Black Lives Matter and everybody was like, well, get rid of your gym memberships if they're not blah 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 blah. And I was like, I'm not doing that. My gym I go to is Black owned.
Yeah.
My studio I go to is Black owned. And it changed some things seeing women who were strong and capable and able to do some crazy shit with their bodies who, had mom bods, who, weren't the
Yeah.
skinniest things to ever exist. Women who looked like me, both in skin color and in size and shape. And
Mhm.
then some who didn't look like me at all. Still out here having a great time.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's a really great point. But
Yeah.
yeah,
Like
research for sure.
yeah. Like I'm about to start this new pole level with an instructor who I've one known for a while. I
Mhm.
like her as a person. Two, she's had multiple children, like four kids,
Yes.
and her body is a real body.
Yeah. It's a body you are used to seeing.
Yeah, it's a real body. Not knocking people who are like hourglass, brick house, and all that type of stuff because your bodies are real too, but her body is a lived in body versus my body is one I made this way, if that
Yeah.
makes sense.
Yeah. That's real.
Yeah. So the point is, y'all, and you know what? It's funny that we're doing this in January, at the end of January, where people's New Year's resolutions have already failed.
Oh yeah.
Because most people, you have your New Year's resolution and you stick with it for like the first 2 weeks, and then week 3 and week 4 of the new year, you're like, oh no, fuck that, I'm out.
I'm out. Actually, I lied. I'm never doing this shit ever again.
Right.
Yes.
But my relationship with this pole studio is the longest fitness relationship I have ever had in my entire life.
Same.
This is a
Same.
place that I mean, I wake up early in the morning to go to this place sometimes. Or I'm there late at night after working
All day.
all day.
Just to be there.
I'm probably more consistent with this pole studio than I have been in any romantic relationship ever. Yeah.
I'm not even gonna lie. Yeah, I might be the same. I know for a fact I've never had a fitness relationship like this.
Yeah.
Never. And I've tried. And I was an active, much like Michelle, I was active as a kid.
Yeah.
I was active even through college. I was fairly active, but like in my adult life, for sure, I've never had this kind of fitness relationship. But in general, I have never had this fitness
Yeah.
kind of relationship.
For me, once the like onus of being active was specifically and only solely on me, and not like my parents having to sign me up for this and drag me to this, like it was harder for me to be consistent.
Right.
I- the closest I got before this was I had a personal trainer, and the only reason that I showed up for that was not even that I was paying him, but that we had known each other for so long.
There you go.
And so he would call me and be like, "Where you at? You on your way?"
And the truth is, no, I was not coming.
Right.
I was not coming. I didn't want to.
But now that you've called me out and semi shamed me, I will be there. So yeah.
Fine. Fine, but I'm not happy about it. One of those things. But yeah. Do your research. Find something you like. It does not have to be this, but move your body.
Yeah.
Everybody feel the beat and
Yeah.
united. Whoa! Again, is that different enough? Please don't sue us. Please don't sue us, please.
All I have to give you is student loans.
Yeah, I'm in nothing but debt. Anyway,
I mean, you can buy my student loans and then I could just pay you. I mean, I don't know.
I mean, I could, but like, you don't want that. Like,
No, because you'd be chasing me.
you'd be
You'd
looking
be
for me.
mad.
You'd be mad. You wouldn't like me. It's fine.
Yeah,
And
it'd
you
be
can't
like that. So
collect
you
on that
ever
right now anyway.
no, it would be like that. You ever heard that story of the guy? He was like, I was so broke one time. This man decided he was gonna break into my house, and when he broke into my house and he saw that I didn't have anything, he went and stole me some shit. So he like stole me a table. He stole me a bed, a
I
TV,
have
because I
never
didn't have.
seen this. I
He's
have
like, I
never
didn't have
heard
like.
this.
So the burglar was like, God damn, man, you living like this? He was like, okay. So he went and stole him a TV. He stole him a table, a sofa.
Why you live this way?
Why would you live like
There are certain things I just don't feel the need to spend money on. Why would I buy a TV when I could just buy a monitor?
Yeah, yeah,
Why? I don't need it. One, for people like me, I don't watch television. If I'm watching television, it's very random and it's few and far between.
yeah.
And it's usually mobily.
hmm my TV, like my TV stays on to help me go to sleep because I was used to sleeping with the TV on when me and my sister share rooms, and my mom sleeps with the TV. But I have found that if I turn on the right podcast and I am sufficiently tired enough, I'm going to sleep.
I'm going to bed.
Like I slept really well at your mom's house, even though there was no TV.
Yeah, yes. So, yeah, you had to deal with the fact that there are no TVs in any of the bedrooms except for hers.
Uh-huh, and I can
And
hear her TV.
it's only for her to watch the news.
Yeah,
It's only for her to watch the news while she gets ready for work. That's it. That's the only reason. She keeps the TV in her room. Otherwise, she's
yeah.
going out to her living room to watch television if she would like to. But especially in the guest rooms, there are no TVs in there.
No, just
Why?
big, just big windows to let all the sun in to wake you up at the ass crack of dawn.
Ass crack of dawn. And frankly, I need it. I am the person who needs absolute darkness. I can deal with sound, but I need darkness. I will literally put something over my face so that I can have it. I don't care if I'm suffocating. I need darkness in order to fall asleep and keep me there.
Yeah.
Because the moment I get too much light, bitch, I'm awake. I'm awake. It's not great.
I'm not happy about it. I'm away. Like for me, like I I had to train myself in order to like even do sleep timers on the TV,
Hmm.
but now I can do that. And if I'm sufficiently tired enough, sometimes I go to sleep without anything, but I gotta be like dog tired.
Yeah, I don't.
Well, not counting me reading until my Kindle hits my face in my sleep. But
Yeah, and now you're just jarred awake because something smacked you.
yep, yep.
Yeah, I understand. But yeah, but one day we're going to talk about the sleep cycle on here and why it's important to actually get sleep, guys.
One day, not today.
It's not today, but one day
Not
we're going
today.
to do it. Remind us. Uh,
Yeah. That one like our one super fan remind us, you
remind
know who you are.
you.
I'm talking
Shout
to
out.
you.
Whoop whoop. I
Shout
hear about
out.
you a
Yeah.
lot. So
Yeah. You
yeah,
know who
super
you are.
fan.
Yeah, remind us.
And then God help us. For those of y'all who had New Year's resolutions and have since quit them, it's okay. It's okay.
Yeah, we're not judging you. I quit a lot of New Year's resolutions.
I didn't even make one. I
You
refused
know,
to make
I
one because I knew I was going to quit it. It's not worth it.
yeah,
I'd rather make a full lifestyle change than try and make a New Year's
right.
resolution.
So my thing for the past few years, and I'm keeping with it, is to do one new thing that scares you or scares me.
Mm.
And so my new thing for this year is pole dancing because
Hey.
I've taken a total of 3 pole dancing classes.
Get off those shoes, though.
Yeah, yeah. So I made a deal with myself that if I buy stripper shoes, they're like so if they're like $70, $80, because these shoes are not cheap, y'all, by the
They
way.
are
Good
not. Tip your
good
strippers
quality. Yes.
because those,
Especially tip the ones who have like you'd be like, look at them shoes. Her shoe game is on point. Those shoes, like these shoes start at $80. Like
yeah.
so
Like, on you can get some regular ones for like 40, but to get some nice ones, ooh, you paying some money. You
yeah,
paying some money.
yeah.
You gotta hope there's a sale, you know?
Right. I caught my new dancing practice shoes on sale.
There you go.
I'm so excited.
There you go. I I've caught every shoe I've ever bought. Nope. Most of the shoes I've ever bought, I've caught on a sale, but not all of them. And I have like 4 pairs.
Yeah.
I just have pairs of shoes. Anyway, But if you didn't make it through your resolution, that's okay. If you don't start your resolution till June, okay. If you started in
Yeah.
February, okay. And also, we know we're coming up on February.
Yes.
I don't want to hear the bullshit about where's your boyfriend? Where's your girlfriend? You single? I don't want to hear any of it. If you ain't got nobody, that's fine. You got you.
Yep.
You got you. Be happy with you.
Date your damn self, which is another thing I've been trying to do.
Oh, I
I
love dating my
I
damn self.
I know, like I've been treating myself to stuff. Like the other day, I
Yeah.
wanted catfish nuggets, and so I was like, you know what, girl, you deserve it. I'm gonna get you some catfish
Let me
nuggets,
get it
and
for
so
you.
I got it.
Let
Yeah,
me
I
make you
got him.
happy.
I'm the best girlfriend I've ever had.
I'm a great girlfriend to myself, which is probably why I enjoy being single so hard. Cause I treat me really nicely. Back before the pandemic, I used to take myself out on movie dates by myself.
Hmm.
It was the bestest. I I take myself to dinner all the time, just me and me. I I take myself for long walks sometimes.
Yeah,
We go and just have a nice let's find a cute cafe and sit outside and read a book together.
yeah,
Drea and herself, couples goals.
yeah, yeah. And I think it's because of you I started adapting that because like if I used to be when I was younger I would feel weird about going to a restaurant and eating by myself, and I don't feel weird about it now. Like I'll go and I'll be like, I want this appetizer and then I want this food,
And I would like a cocktail as well, please. I need at
and
least
yeah, I
two.
want that drink too. Like yeah, I'm worth it. I deserve it.
Yeah,
And that means you're worth it and you deserve it. And your worth is not tied up in your attractiveness or your attachment to anyone else.
correct. Correct. I
So
completely agree.
treat yourself.
Treat yourself. It's February. It's the shortest month of the year. If you can't treat yourself for 28 days, I'm
I
sorry.
know. Yeah, you sucking. I've decided I'm buying myself a gift for every day of February.
Go ahead. You can afford it.
It's also my birthday month. If even if I go to Dollar Tree and buy some shit, it's my birthday month,
Dollar
so
Tree
I'm gonna
has
do it.
a gift does not have to be something extravagant. A gift could be I bought myself a Coke today.
Yep, yep.
Boom
That's
boom.
exactly how I feel.
It's still a gift. You got it for you because you wanted to make you feel special.
Hmm.
Uh, Michelle has met my cousin who, for the month of December, she buys herself a gift early and she just has it delivered every day of the month of December. So it's like, oh, what did I get me this time?
Look because at this point I have now forgotten.
I have now forgotten. I don't know what I ordered. And she does it. She's so happy every day of December.
It seems great. She probably also buys her dog gifts.
Oh, she definitely buys her dog gifts. Her dog has a whole Christmas thing that it gets. It's not even a question.
That dog is living the best life.
Oh yes. That dog gets what it likes, okay?
Hmm.
I would be lying if I didn't ask that cousin to adopt me at least twice in my life. Just adopt me, have me, please.
I want to live like your dog. You know,
That cousin
look,
also, I guess I was really fooling that cousin too because she thought that I thought I had my shit together. And I was like, no, babes, I'm covered in depression and anxiety all the time. What's happening?
I'm mad you say I'm covered in it. Like it's like, oh, I spilled this jar of depression on me. Oh,
I think of it as like when people say I'm covered in the blood of Jesus, I'm covered in anxiety and depression.
my
I
God.
just am. I just am. She was having anxiety attacks on the weekly. What? No.
Oh my
She's
goodness.
much better
Oh,
now. She's much
yeah. That's another benefit of exercise, by the way.
Oh, man.
It
Has it changed some things with my mood, with my
Yeah,
anxiety, and my panic
yeah,
attacks.
so great.
They are fewer and far between, let me tell you.
Yeah, yeah, man.
Yeah. All right. We're going to let y'all go, mainly because we've been talking for like an hour and some change.
Have we? Has it been? You know, the time
It certainly
flies.
has.
The time flies when I talk to you.
Really? Why?
Yeah,
Okay.
you're just so amazing.
Oh, shut up.
Yeah.
And that was it. That was our show. That was, thank you.
You know what? You're the worst.
Still haven't learned how to take a compliment. And
You are the absolute worst.
I did nothing wrong.
You, you know what?
Not
Just
one thing wrong.
you gonna just stand in your wrongness.
I'm going to stand up in my rightness. That's what I'm going to
You gonna be, to borrow a phrase from a mutual of ours. You just gonna be entrenched in your bullshit.
do.
You gonna live there.
I'm going to live in this bullshit. I've bought a couch. I now have a meal delivery service. I live here. That's where
You
I'm
got you
at.
got a you got a sun lamp in your
Yeah.
bullshit. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Um, but yeah, I've been Drea.
Yeah, she definitely have.
Yeah,
She
I've been
has.
Drea.
I'm always Michelle. This is not a costume I put on.
Mine is. I just.
I feel like there. I can't remember. There's a clip from a movie where or it was a cartoon. I don't know, but in the lady's closet, she had all these different skin suits because she was like an alien or a monster or something. She would put on a human skin suit. That's what I think about.
Whenever I think of skin suits, I think of the first Men in Black.
Yes, like that.
Yeah, when he just had pulled himself into this other man's body.
I know.
He was drinking nothing but sugar water.
It's like more
More.
sugar.
Oh, that dude was fucking weird. I loved him. He was so
Yeah,
weird.
he was a little weird, but
The
it's
best
okay.
way. And the cat
We
who had the cat who had the human that was really an alien, he also was wearing a skin suit. There were a lot of skin suits in that situation.
it was. Makes you wonder, doesn't it?
Maybe we are all just aliens in skin suits.
Well, god damn it, this is the most aggressive skin suit ever.
This skin
Like
suit
this is
has
the most.
molded a lot.
Yeah. This skin suit is like, this is new. This is some high tech shit.
It won't let me go. I've tried. I've looked for those two dots, like the cat owner. I've
I'm
looked.
so done with you.
It won't let me
That's
out.
how. That's true. You pressed the button and then the cat's whole face came out and the alien
It
was
was the
sitting
man. His whole face. It was.
there.
It was a
I'm
whole
so tired.
thing.
It's like I'm so tired. He was an old ass alien. I'm so tired.
I'm so tired. I would like to go
Yes,
home. Yeah, it was a whole thing.
it was. Anyway, that was another tangent. We sorry, y'all. Y'all,
Sorry.
you can go. You
You
don't
can
have to be
leave.
here for this.
We
Yeah,
we
you don't have to
started
be here for
again.
this.
My bad. My bad. This
Yeah,
was Life 401.
advanced shenanigans.
We'll see y'all.
We will.
Bye.
Bye.